Yeah, I mean, by that time I was heavily involved in the gang lifestyle. Um, there was, I mean, it was like almost a double life because there was always a part of me that wanted to succeed and basically do the right thing. I was in college and I was, I had a job and I was turned down for a management position. I interviewed for it and it came back that I was not a fit. Uh, And when they told me that I was not a fit, that just crushed me. I think it just rocked me back to that core part of me. Just I don't fit in. Things aren't going right in my life. This world's still continuing to screw me. And I look back now, it was just a job interview. I could have
Hmm.
interviewed for other ones, but that's how I took it at the time. I placed all my hopes and dreams into that interview because I wanted to, I guess, in my mind, make things right for once in my life. They said I wasn't a fit. I remember I took off from work that day, didn't talk to my girlfriend about it, didn't tell my family about it, went to go get drunk. And then about a week and a half later, I went with my friends to a club up in Los Angeles and I brought my gun along. Um, and I went inside the club. When I came out, I found out that some of my friends got in a fight with a different gang. I wasn't even involved in that fight. But it was from there I said, okay, I know what to do. I have all these emotions that's going on inside. I have all this anger and this disappointment. Here is an opportunity for me to take it out on somebody. So I orchestrated following the other car. We followed them for about 20, 25 miles on the freeway until I did not see any other cars around. And I asked the driver of my car to speed up and I unloaded into the car and shot and killed one human being and injured, I think, two more inside.
Hmm.
And
And
so even after that, there was no sense of remorse. It was more, okay, this is what they get. Um, this is what they get for messing with us. They should have known better. And I justified it in my mind. Like, yeah, it was my life or theirs, and it wasn't. But that's how I justified it for myself for years.
so, would you say it was a, a crime of pure hatred?
No, I think it was a crime of pure selfishness on my part. I mean, it wasn't hatred. There's nothing to hate. I didn't know who these guys were. I mean, like, yes, even let's just say, even if it was their gang and they beat us up, or I can understand if they punched me and I felt like offended somehow, but no, it was just pure selfishness on my part that I saw an opportunity for me to just unleash and vent all these emotions I had going on inside,
Hmm.
and in a weird sense, vent it in a socially acceptable way inside the gang circle or inside my gang life because I couldn't talk to anybody about it. I couldn't say, "Oh, I'm having a bad day," or "This is what's going on." It's more like, "I'm having a bad day. This is else what's going on." I hold it all inside, and then it comes out in the most violent and lethal form.
Hmm. Would you say that you didn't have any kind of person or loved one or anyone to like emotionally uh, talk with and emotionally open up?
Yeah, by that time in my life, I didn't talk about. I mean, I think I was so emotionally illiterate. There was, I never felt or even considered that I was angry, just because I thought the angry person is the one that screams and yells, and because I'm quiet and I just keep everything hidden, so I did not talk about my emotions. I know my girlfriends used to say like there was something wrong with me that um, that I don't connect, and I think that there was it was just emotionally disconnected from everybody.
Hmm. And so after that event of you shooting those people, what happened afterwards? You were in the car. The Was it the driver that got killed or of the other
No,
car?
it was the back passenger,
The back
the back
passenger.
passenger. Yeah, he's the one that got killed. I mean, I searched the car for gun shell casings to get rid of, clean the gun, and just basically thought of ways I could get away with the crime. Because by that time, that wasn't the first time I ever shot anybody. You know, I was involved. By the time in my life, I'd been involved in the gang life for quite a while already. So I had been involved in numerous shootings. So I um I just it was almost like automatic. Okay, this is what we do. We get rid of the gun casings, and just drive home. And the next day we found out that somebody had been killed, and that's when I knew, okay, I had to get rid of the gun. So then I told the people in my car not to talk about it. Nobody really knew outside our group, and it was about 5 months later, it was in a gang raid that they arrested me and a bunch of people that were involved in my gang and for several different crimes in this area, and then they charged me for the murder up in Los Angeles.